Okay.
This is one of those offensive performances that I'll never forget. What a game.
Hola. I was thinking if I can see myself. I can't hear anything. I don't know if it's the YouTube or it's me. I don't know if it's me or it's... Should I do that?
Didn't you skip it? You put your headset on, you never did it. Unless you want to go in here. Maybe you have the volume turned down on there.
Set this all the way up, but like there's no noise in the computer at all. Turn off Bluetooth there. Huh? Echo in the action. So you can hear me? Alright. I'm gonna play a game, but I think they'll be able to hear me. No, like the people in the game. They're only playing, but they're not wrong. Okay.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Minnesota Vikings. On to get it started now, the kicker Chris Boswell. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Cousins looking to put it up right away. This to C.J. Ham, the fullback. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a big play, and they're already just shy of midfield. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Play fake. Cousins. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Cook. Not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Sims going to go ahead and hold on to this one, and that start at the 25. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Harris, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run again with Harris. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying with Pickett here on 3rd down. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Pickett finding Johnson there. 1st down, Steelers.
I didn't know. It was 2.
Harris running straight ahead. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Steven Sims Jr.
Yeah.
And the Steelers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag, and they'll accept that penalty. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cousins on 1st down. He's got a man complete. And they've got him across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. These two teams all tied after one. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Cousins. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one goes for 36 yards. But you talk about catching a defense off guard. They were not expecting jet sweep at all there.
Well, he was 10 yards downfield before the defense even knew what hit him. So a really good play call against a defense that was set up for them to gain big yardage. And how about how they executed the handoff there? That means they spent some time with the wide receivers taking handoffs from the quarterbacks.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Wisely will throw that one away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Pickett back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers up the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now Pickett on fourth down. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. But then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that Blake did on the last one.
On second down, Cook. And he's got room. Touchdown, Vikings.
That crease that he was looking for, and once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Here's Steven Sims on a return from his end zone, and ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. To throw again on second down. Pickett. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off. And it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. They run it again with Cook. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And it's caught. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It's Cousins on the sneak. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Looking to throw, Pickett. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just scared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. And incomplete here to bring up 3rd down as the rookie can hold it in. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw taken in by Hawkinson here. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Cousins. And this is caught. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Play action now. Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Nick Muse in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings would extend their lead here just before halftime. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Taken from about the 12. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Here's Sims now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 25-yard line. Harris will start the drive out. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Pickett uses the stiff arm.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. He'll get this up to about the 44.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the draw, it's Harris. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. They'll run again with Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. Here's Pickett. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line. On the give, this is Harris. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, Pickett. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get the football as the ball will come out to the 20.
They were well aware of the scoreboards that went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on the opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
And even 100 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. First down, here's Cousins. This one caught, it's the tight end Hawkinson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Cousins now to throw on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Cousins gives way to Cook. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Back to the ground, Cook. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. All you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold them up. Second, third guy in, break at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They'll run with Cook, and this time he is in. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Picked by Cameron Bynum, and the Vikings are going to...
Good game, bro. He didn't even take a game back.
Was he starting?
Huh?
Did he talk though?
A lot.
Couldn't hear him because he had it muted.
Could you hear him at the end?
He didn't say anything.
You said a lot. But,
You still live?
huh? Yeah. What do you mean?
Just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father, but why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature.
Thanks guys for watching. I'm just gonna be right back. I just gotta do something real quick. I'll start streaming here in a little bit.